Hello. I got a guest in my house. She's a cool guest. She's usually quiet. When she talks, it's wisdom. Isn't it? Hi, Jessica. Thanks for showing up. Thank you. Welcome. Hi, Valentina. Valentina Psycho. I like your name. I'm trying to improvise some light. Anyway, it's Monday. Yet another day to create some energy. To get something that's going to get people going to work tomorrow and Tuesday. I'm here to work. Oh. Good, lovely Sunday evening, Monday morning, Monday evening, whatever. Now, what is it? It's Monday evening. She said Monday evening. She's talking. Anyway. I have a topic that actually inspired me. And I'd like to share it. And it's something that I'm willing to also work on because there's some things that I'm really not in balance on with regards to this. But I try to think of myself as a human being that can sometimes be guilty of doing wrong things to myself and even to other people. And I've learned to forgive myself of the things that I can't change about myself, and also have learned to forgive myself when I do something wrong that I know I shouldn't have done. And I think that's the way to go if you want to move away from things of hating yourself and just getting into depression and having evil, wicked thoughts. And what I'm trying to talk about today is actually unfairness. Like, there are some people who just feel in life, everybody's just unfair to me. Everybody is just against me. Oh my God, the world. Oh, my wife, my husband is unfair. My teachers are unfair. My friends, my colleagues, everybody's just unfair. How can it be that there are 1,000 cars going this way and you're the only one feeling like everyone else is an idiot, they are going the other direction? It could be there's some feeling of feeling unfairly treated. But is this actually true? So this is one thing that I actually want to address. Because when you have this feeling of feeling unfairly treated, you actually become a victim of not only yourself, but you become a victim of other people, because that feeling of feeling unfair, you actually walk around with it as a complaint. And because people turn on what they hear you talk about yourself, so they actually give you a reason to think like that. And you might think, Lydia, I think it's not really true or something like that. People are just unfair. But listen, the moment you start complaining about people treating you unfairly, you start actually gathering some kind of an army, or other people can start thinking, yeah, but that one always, somebody's unfairly treating them. Don't they ever look in the mirror and see that they're the ones who are causing all this? If you understand my thinking line, then I think you understand that the feeling of feeling unfairly treated is actually sometimes a choice. And I have a few questions of I have a few things that actually address this issue of unfair treatment. I've written my thoughts down, so I act clever. So I'm just going to try and bubble them out in a random order here. And you know, this whole thing of feeling unfairly treated, it starts in something that is very, very simple. Somebody maybe just say something to you and just go like, they're being unfair, you know, that treatment they gave me was unfair. Maybe a colleague just said something funny and everybody laughed, and you think, they hate me. That was really unfair for him to say in front of everyone. You know, you start feeling really bad about something that somebody just said in passing. And then what happens when you keep that to yourself without actually getting the whole picture? Like, was it a joke? Was it actually something real? Because that's just your thinking. What about the other person who passed the joke? Then you start feeling, oh, no. It wasn't only that person. Even that one did this to me. It's like now the whole world is against you. It started with one person. It was just a joke. And maybe somebody within that audience picked it. Then, now the whole world is against me. And then you start having this, maybe I'm just not good enough. You know, this feeling of you sit around people and they are laughing. Maybe they said a joke that you didn't get. And then they start laughing about something else. It has nothing to do with you. Totally nothing to do with you. Then you start feeling, You know what, I think the world is just unfair to me, and people are just being so useless. And yeah, no, people are not useless. I'm the one who's useless, actually. Maybe I'm ugly, maybe it's my pimples, maybe it's my color, maybe it's because I'm from a poor background. You know, instead of having sorry thoughts for yourself, we call it self-pity. That's not necessary. It's not. I'm going to tell you at the end of it why I'm saying this. And then when you start feeling this feeling, sometimes actually you go to a place where you go like, that person, if I had energy like an iron, like a lion, I would eat them, just kill them. You know, you start having this hate in you. It starts growing. It grows and grows, you know, like mushroom. You know mushroom, the way it grows. The first time you find it in the bush, it's really sitting in the soil. The next day you come, it's really there. And by the third day, it's actually going to a point where it's rotting. As in, that's just what unfair, that feeling of revenge does. It just grows, as in, it grows really, really fast. It eats you from inside. You don't even realize it. It grows. It literally takes over your thinking. So be careful. And then eventually you just start thinking, you know what? I'm going to share it with Mrs. Perry. Hi. I'm going to share it with Valentina. I'm going to share it with whoever is here, you know. I think these people are really going to understand that that person treated me unfairly. They should also start feeling sorry for me. And if you find your sorry party friends, they will actually agree with you to say, that person really treated you unfairly. So you gather your own army. It started as a simple joke. You started feeling sorry for yourself. You start having thoughts of revenge. You gather your own army. And then you actually become a person who goes, you know what? And maybe you even meet a stupid friend who tells you, you know, she actually likes doing this and this and this at this time. Just go get her. Get her, finish her. You get that? It started as a joke. Somebody didn't even mean it. You take it, they treated you unfairly. You gather your energy, you gather your friends. Somebody even advises you wrong. Then now you become the person who actually goes to kill another person, or even to poison another person, or worse off, you steal something from them just so you can make them feel bad. To get at them, as people say, what the Americans say, I got him, you know. Well, that's what you end up doing. You actually stand in the place of being the one who takes the revenge yourself. And then, if you fail, then your story changes. They don't even deserve the house they are living in. Those people are just, oh my God, useless. They've been stealing from the government. They've been doing this and this. Jealousies start growing, and they grow like mushrooms as well. But then this is the way you can actually reverse this whole thing. Try and come back to your senses and say, okay, was I really treated unfairly? Was this unfairness really there? There are things that I've gathered here from what a clever man said to me. I'll include some of them here, and I'll have my own thoughts attached to it. The questions that you should ask yourself when you think you're being treated unfairly, ask yourself, did you see the whole picture? Did you try to understand the thought line that the other person had when they passed that remark to you? Did you see it? What was your place in this? What was their place in this? When you understand where they were standing, you will probably understand it was just a joke. It was innocent. Was there unfairness here? No. It was literally just a joke. And then the other question that you could ask yourself is, did you pass the blame for your failure, actually? Because sometimes, you know, we don't perform fully. Maybe you missed out a spot, and then I can give an example sometime. When I actually lost a client, I had to go with a present to make them happy today. Just to say sorry for all the wrongs that we did. But it was like this. I had a few complaints from this client, and I would always write to her, no, we'll correct it here, there. And then sometimes I would go. And sometimes I wouldn't. I would just write to her, we're going to correct it. And then I would just send someone, please correct this for me, and blah, blah, blah. You know, like people who are supposed to be there to correct it. And it would be done. But I also feel if I had gone there myself when that woman complained right away, I think I was going to have a way of reasoning with her. But then sometimes I go like, yeah, but if they had just done their job properly, I think things were not even going to go bad. But look, I have my own fair part of the blame. And if you stand in a place where something happens and you feel it's unfair, try and just lie back and think, where did I really perform optimally for this thing to come to where it has come? Try and think, for anything bad to happen, and there are 2, 3 people involved, you must have done something wrong as well. But staying in this place where you think, I have not done anything wrong. It was his fault. It was her fault. It was the teacher's fault. That's why I failed. You know, it was blah, 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 blah. Did you do your studies? Did you do your homework right? Did you put your heart, your mind, everything in it? Because if you didn't, you always say, but that person, you know, the teacher was unfair. And anyway, there were a lot of leakages around. People were, students were just not even, you know, there was also a lot of noise on the day that I even had a headache. Mm-hmm. Did you study your books? Stop passing the blame. Take your fair share of the failure. Then you'll see that you weren't treated unfairly. You were actually treated right, the way you were supposed to be treated. And then the other thing that you can ask yourself is, with my behavior, did I drain or actually put energy in this whole thing? Because when that woman was writing to me, Lydia, the bathrooms are not clean, blah, 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 sometimes I just went like, she talks too much. I just looked at the email and I hope she's not listening to me right now. But this is sometimes what I did. I just thought she was complaining too much. Let me just ignore her. But you know what that happens when somebody complains to you about something that you're supposed to correct and you just ignore them? It's actually negative energy. It's not good. So I do admit that I did something there, and my energy, it wasn't really, really good at times. But yeah, that has to be corrected if you want to feel you've been treated fairly. And then the other thing you could ask yourself is, are you actually, or did you act, did you react? And were you defensive? There are people, when you talk to them about something that they know they've done wrong, they go, how can you even be telling me something like this? Oh my God, what? I was trying to help you. Come on, relax. Some people just get defensive, like, I can never do anything wrong. You know, like they were born perfect, huh? Like Jesus, the perfect child. But then listen, if when people advise you on something, you just come out reactive, defensive, people will not talk to you. They'll actually let you go. The way you are, smelling, looking stupid with your lipstick lining up everywhere. You know, we have a saying in my country. It goes something like, a child who cannot be taught went with feces on the back to the in-laws. For us, in-laws are people whom we respect like a lot. But a child who doesn't listen to when people talk to them, or a person who doesn't take advice from people, they'll end up embarrassing themselves in front of other people. That's what the saying means. And then the last thing that I have is, you have to be careful. When you start feeling sorry feelings for yourself, you have to go deep inside and ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? Because self-pity is actually not a good thing at all, at all. It kills your body, your spirit, your soul. It just spoils your mood from moment to moment, and it creates you to be a person who's actually a person of vengeance. You always want to revenge. I'm going to get them. I'm going to do this and this and this, because you feel sorry for yourself that they treated you badly. So ask yourself these questions. I'm going to actually take a screenshot of this. Then I'm going to put it down below if you want to read everything that I've written about this. Being treated unfairly. So, I hope that when you go to work tomorrow, you are going to blow the whole week. If you don't blow the whole week, think about me dancing. Then just do this when you get to your office. Go get it. Go get the wig. Go get it. Yes, there's no Monday blues for me, because I'm working from Sunday to Sunday. So have a lovely, lovely week. And I leave you on that note by saying, be fruitful and be greatness. Love you and have a lovely week. It's Lydia. Goodbye. Mwah.